Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to make a very short video because it's almost 2 a.m. and I have been up literally filming all day. Before I went to bed, I actually really wanted to talk a little bit about something that I kind of just understood about life and just something that has helped me overall, like with my spiritual journey and just my journey in general in life. So growing up, I always found myself to be more sad than others. I couldn't really explain the feeling. Like, I was very grateful and appreciative of everything and everyone that I had in my life. I really didn't have a lot to be sad for, and I know that everyone has the right to feel sad when they want to feel sad. And it wasn't the type of sadness that like would come from, being disrespected or anything like that. I was actually very grateful for the childhood that I had, my parents, everyone in my life. It was honestly a very amazing life that I got to live as a child. And I couldn't help but still feel sad growing up. And now that I'm older, I actually understand that the sadness was never because of the environment I was in or my family or my friends or anything like that. It was truthfully because it was inside of me. I was very grateful growing up for everything that I had and everything my parents did for me, but I never pursued any of the things that I wanted to pursue. It was always because mom wanted me to do this or dad wanted me to do this. My friends wanted me to do this. It was never because Cynthia wanted to do it. And it wasn't until I was about like 20 years old when I really started to kind of crack down more on that. Like, why am I in college upset? Why am I still sad? What is causing this sadness to build up inside of me? And I quickly realized that I was running away from my emotions entirely. I was running away from me entirely. I wanted to be everything that everyone wanted me to be and not what Cynthia wanted to be. Being self-aware of that in that moment really broke my heart because I had realized I think I spent 20 years trying to please everyone in my life instead of pleasing myself. And again, it was never because they forced me to or they made me feel some type of way. I just didn't realize it that at the time I was unintentionally people pleasing. And for those who know me, I'm usually not a people pleaser, okay? Like, I don't have a problem saying no. I don't have a problem with telling people things or getting things off my chest. So you could imagine the surprise to me when I had really came to terms with the fact that I was sad because of my own being. It was very, very, very shocking to me. And believe it or not, this is like something I truly feel like a lot of us deal with, because when you go back to high school, middle school, like wherever you went to or wherever you were, homeschool, your parents, your lifestyle, whatever, not a lot of people and none of the curriculum in school ever teaches you about self-love, self-worth, self-appreciation, self itself. No one teaches you to listen to yourself, to follow yourself. And most of the time, like, I know we're easily influenced from like our parents, from our friends, but no one teaches you to follow your greatest desires. No one tells you that what you want matters. No one teaches that. No teachers tell you that. Most parents don't tell you that. And again, it's not because I believe that they had like bad intentions or anything like that. I just truthfully believe that they also were not taught. So they're just bringing it down. They're bringing the cycle back and back and back and back because that's all most people know what to do. And growing up, like, I was so emotionally deprived of myself that I was to the point where I couldn't even comprehend a lot of my emotions. I was always so angry, or any little thing would trigger me. I was just so reactive, and I never understood like why that happened. And eventually, like, I kid you not, I got to a point where I started associating my feelings to colors, and I always thought that was so weird, but my whole life I've always loved the color blue, and usually blue is associated to, the throat chakra, which is like speaking up for yourself, and like it's all about your throat, right? Like you need to speak for yourself. You need to legitimately stand up for yourself and speak what you want into existence. Like I said, once I really took the opportunity in college to just sit down with myself and ask myself, what is wrong? What is wrong? What is making me feel like this? I feel like I'm following all my dreams, and I'm in college, like I should be grateful, blah blah blah. I had to learn a lot of stuff out myself because my parents, they had no idea what this country had to offer. They had no idea what was going on. They didn't understand the world any more than what I did. I knew I could have been successful like by myself if I didn't go to college, and I knew that I was only doing it because I wanted my parents to be proud of me and to be happy for me. And I don't regret it. I did end up finishing college. I don't regret it at all. But I did tell myself that, after this experience for your parents, like it is time to be fully invested in just yourself. What do you want to do? What does Cynthia want to do? And after college, I had lived in Illinois for a while by myself, and I didn't want to be there anymore. I was honestly like, I want to move out of Illinois. I love Illinois, but there was nothing for me there in particular, and except my parents at the time and a couple of friends. For me personally, there was just no more growth there. I think I learned everything that I could have there. And I felt like I was being limited to the opportunities that I really owed myself. A year after that, I think my little sister graduated college, and she's like, let's move to Texas. And I'm like, bet, let's go. No hesitation. I am just one with the wind, like let's go. Me and my sister have our own clothing business here, and it's called Cuídate, and it literally represents everything in between: self-care, self-love, self-appreciation. And I can't tell you like how happy I am to finally be living like dreams that I've always seen myself doing. And like even YouTube, when I was younger, like all my friends growing up can tell you, I always wanted to record. I always wanted to do something with videos. I always wanted them to be involved with it, but I knew that like at that time I should have not relied on them, because I promise you, had I not, I would have been a super like well-known YouTuber, because the content I was creating was quality, guys. Like, I mean, we're talking back in the day, like when Fred was like big, like those type of videos. Like I kind of think that everything worked out the way it needed to, because I had a lot to learn, and I don't think I was ready to jump to that level of my dreams just quite yet. And I can't thank the universe enough for letting me take the path that I needed to get here now. And now, I have been promising myself everything that I've ever wanted. I don't care what it is. I'm going to do it. I don't care what anyone else thinks. I'm going to do it. I am going to follow every single dream that like I've wanted to accomplish, every single one. And all of that started with one question I asked myself, and that was, who do I want to be? Who am I currently, and who do I want to be? So for example, like I see myself being very successful by the age of 30 and having multiple businesses, having a very successful life, traveling, going to concerts. I see myself living the life that I deserve. And now, being 26, I realize that I can't forget a lot of those memories that caused me to be sad. And even still, sometimes I'm just like, what is this moment of sadness? Why do I feel sad? And it's like, it's not even about the why. It's a part of human nature. Like, being sad is okay. Like, you can feel sad and it be peaceful. I always call it like finding happiness and your sadness, right? Like, you have to be able to find happiness in your sadness. Those two work together. I mean, everyone I think has seen the movie Inside Out, right? Like that's one of my most favorite movies ever because it makes sense. And even the fact that like sadness was blue just made me feel some type of way because I've always felt blue. I've always felt like sad. A lot of this is emotional to talk about because I've realized I don't even think I've said this out loud. I've just written about it, but it's good to like talk, like about what you're feeling and like what you're going through, and just like know that it's not bad to feel things. I think I'm just realizing that I am just very grateful for everything in life, and I truthfully like understand that everything does happen for a reason, and I needed to be in this position to really show myself that like you need to come first. You need to put yourself first. You need to love yourself first. You need to appreciate yourself first. You need to understand your self-worth. And when me and my sister started this business, I think it skyrocketed my internal healing. And it truthfully has been very exciting, like getting to know myself through all these different like stages of life. And like now I can really say, I'm an entrepreneur. I did it. Like, I wrote that down in college. I was like, I want to have my own business, and I did it. And like I have a list of other things that I need to accomplish and I want to do, and I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that those come true because I owe it to myself to experience that. I'm very excited to see myself disciplined because that is a version of me I've never seen. And I can't tell you the last time I really, really stuck to something like and really disciplined myself. And the best place that I knew once I mastered this that I could do anything would be the gym, because I could not, like for the life of me, get myself to love the gym. And 2 years ago, when we first moved to Texas, I lost like 45 pounds and I want to lose like 35 more. So I really I want to see myself disciplined again, because when I was losing weight like that like a couple years ago, that was a different Cynthia. I mean, like nothing could get in my way. Like it was just me, myself, and I, and like any problems or obstacles, like bam, bam, bam. Like I would knock them out. Like any obstacle that I ran into, I would knock out. And I miss that version of me. I don't know what happened. I don't know exactly where that went wrong, but I'm not going to be mad at myself. I'm going to be understanding, and I'm just going to keep working through it. So I just kind of want to end this with some encouragement, but it is so essential that you understand that you come first always. I am a true believer that if nothing within you is right, that nothing outside you is going to be right. Don't think though that just because you're having a bad day, it's because you're not doing all you can for yourself. The first step is understanding compassion. Like I truly feel like once you are compassionate for yourself, that you can be compassionate with anybody else. It's just to make life like better is what I'm trying to say. It's to make your life better, and it's to make yourself better. It's to make your mental health better, your emotions better. It's just to overall elevate you into the next version of yourself. But always remember, put yourself first, love yourself, and always make yourself a priority, okay? Cuídense.